Thank you very much, Karen. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate all the effort and all the editing that goes into it. Um,
I don't do that,
Truly,
but thank you.
it's been
Thank you,
great
Paul.
sharing.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, you're welcome. One thing came to mind was a joke, really. It's kind of along the lines of animals loving one another, or loving us. It's that one joke, maybe you've heard it before, take your dog and your spouse, lock them both in the trunk of your car for 20 minutes, then open the door and see which one licks your first.
I love
Well,
that.
well, one would be the truth and the other would be good politics, put it that way.
I love that. And also, the other thing too is I would love to send complimentary copies of my books
I
for
could
the second.
email I could email it to you if you like.
Jack will email
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to get copies out to you, to everyone
Fine,
on the show. Just let me
fine.
know the address.
Autograph, please.
Okay, I will do that. And just thank you for letting me share. I want to say, you really made me feel so appreciated for the work that I did in law enforcement. And some people don't get that. Some people don't understand the sacrifice that first responders make. And, you really are putting your life on the line. It sounds so cliche, but,
You are. You
it
are.
is very hard.
I
And
was I was watching, sorry, Karen. I was watching in my mind a scene because I see things. When people tell me their dream, I see the dream. When you were at the car, you were at the driver's side, I could see you going around the front of the car. I could see the logs over here. I could see sort of an outline of them. I could see you walking up with your gun out. I was watching that. That's what I do. But the idea is I wanted to get it in there so that people would understand.
yeah,
That was, you were the new cop kind of thing. And anybody else, well, not, I shouldn't say that, but the normal response would be back up, come on. But instead, because he might have ran away, right? So you went
right.
right over and I guess you detained them and then restrained them. I put it that way. So, God, I
It's
have,
called cuffing and stuffing. You cuff them and stuff them in the patrol car.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the collar thing, but cuffing and stuffing, I'll remember that.
Cuffing and stuffing, yes.
I
And
love it.
I just really appreciate you acknowledging the bravery and the courage that it took to do that, because I think back on it now and I think I must have been nuts or something. But
Oh no, you referred to yourself derogatory 3 or 4 times, and if I may take the privilege to say, don't do that.
okay, you're right. I need to not do that. It's just such a different world now. I don't think I could be a police officer in this world today. It's so
No,
scary out there.
you would be a detective,
Oh, there you go.
and you still
Yeah.
and you still can be.
Yes. And I do work on cold cases every once in a while.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. So thank you guys so much, with
But
gratitude from my heart to yours. Thank you.
oh, it's my privilege, and I just want you to succeed so much. So try not to use the word crazy. Try to say unusual. Things like that. And remember, the Countess de Sloggy told me the same words a long time ago. And she was the ancestor of Count Dracula. And I met her in Toronto, very famous artist. And she said, Douglas, don't you ever forget, you are special. You are different than everyone. And I was like 21 or so, or no, I was a little older. And I never forgot that. And then when same thing comes to you, the reason people don't understand you is because they're here and you're there. You're seeing the light and they don't. So try not to worry. When we had a guest on the show, what was that fellow's name that was afformations rather than affirmations? Do you remember him?
Yeah,
Dr. Noah, somebody?
yeah, Noah, yeah.
Do you remember his name? Anyway, that's what he was all about
I love
afform.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that reminder. Very good reminder.
Well, I know you're genuine. You love. and you're loving these animals and giving these animals who've had abusive life a place to come and die peaceably, or to have the retirement years at your sanctuary. God bless you, Karen. We'll have you on the
Thank
show.
you.
Give us a call, and or we'll let's say a couple of months from now, February or something. You want to come back on?
Absolutely. Yes, count me in.
Okay, Jack will make note of that, and we'll give you a date already so we don't forget.
Okay.
But
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I really like you a lot, Karen. I
I
mean,
like you too.
you have a heart of gold. So, but remember, just tell yourself, I'm grateful all the time. And yes, you're unusual. Yes, you're different, but that's how God starts. Jesus had the same problem. Nobody loved him. His family rejected him, meaning his outside. His kinsmen tried to throw stones at him, and ultimately the local other religions executed him. So you're in good company.
I am in good company.
When somebody says, "I don't believe that," you say, "Okay, well, I could be right, could be wrong." That's that's one of the things I teach. I pass it on to you. But when you say something, you say, "I could be right, it could be wrong," but I see a big elephant about to come through the door, and they go, and then somebody walks through the door with a big blow up elephant, and they say, "How did you do that?" They say, lucky." You don't have to explain yourself. Remember that.
I won't. Thank you so much.
Well, that's your intensity. I'm sorry I'm being like your dad and a big brother here, but
No, I love it.
this is just
It's
spontaneous stuff. Jack knows I can't shut up. I just keep going. So,
I have a real quick giant panda story. So a friend of mine, he's a friend now, but at the time he was a client. He was having a session with one of his departed dogs, and I saw this animated do you remember the old movies with the gargantua, those robotic monsters that would go through and like stomp the town?
I'm sure you're talking about the tip of my tongue there.
Or yeah.
So there's a
Yeah,
big giant monster that would come in and like crush cars and do all this stuff.
Godzilla.
So Godzilla. So I saw this giant panda bear going through the neighborhood. So the houses only came up to like its, you know,
Knee high or something.
knees. Yeah, it was huge. And I'm seeing this animated as I'm talking to this client, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what in the heck am I looking at here? So I said, is there any reason why I would see a giant panda going through a neighborhood? And I thought for sure he was going to say, no, I have no idea. He
And
said
hooray.
when he was about 9 years old, he was out riding his bicycle in his neighborhood, and he saw a giant panda, like not as big as the one I saw, but he saw a giant panda go into the woods and disappear somewhere in the middle of Oregon State into the woods. And he never told anyone that story. And here I'm seeing a replay of his giant panda while I'm communicating with one of his departed dogs.
Aha, the panda came back and became his dog. That's my story.
Yeah, there's just some things that you see that just seem so unbelievable, but it's amazing that the person will just be like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, yeah, that's the giant panda I saw going through the neighborhood one day.
Well,
Anyway, guys,
that's why
thank
that
you. Thank you.
that's why I
Thank
told you
you.
that's why I told you a story about that businessman who told me, I know exactly what you mean when I
Yeah.
saw somebody didn't understand. But okay, we got to go, and
Okay.
have a great day.
Thanks. You
See you
too.
next time.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye.